Okay, now comes my favorite part. We are going to mix two colors together. What kind of colors are they? I know they're blue and yellow, but what kind? If you guessed primary colors, you are correct. And when we add two primaries together, we get a color that is called a what? If you guessed secondary, then you're right. Primary means first, secondary means second. So I'm only using the tip of my bristles. I do not want the paint in the heel or the ferrule. And I'm very gently mixing, and you guys can all work together to mix the middle. I'm trying my best to keep it in the middle of my palette. And you know what? Sometimes we get carried away in all the excitement of mixing that we don't stop to realize how beautiful this is without it being completely solid green. Now, you're going to have a lot of paint left over in your brush. Now, you can kind of scoop it off on the edge of the blob of paint, or I like to see all those colors. So I just go ahead and put all that paint on my paper and spread it around so that I'm not wasting it. What I don't want to do is I don't want to go in the water and waste it. Then you can be very gentle, not letting the paper touch the heel or the ferrule. Be very gentle and just kind of dance and sweep across your paper. We're not doing this. That's how we color with like crayons, unless you want some sort of texture, and as long as it's not touching the ferrule or the heel. But we want to just gently give it a sweep, and when we're running out, we can come back. Now, I'm going to tell you a secret. This, if I add some yellow on my wet green, ooh, looks like I had blue there too. But if I add more yellow, that's not a secondary color. It looks like it's green, which is a secondary color, but it's actually what we call a tertiary. Primary is first, secondary is second, tertiary is third. And the tertiary colors that you can make with blue and yellow and green are yellow green, so adding more yellow in some areas, that light yellow green. Or if you want it darker, like maybe there's a shadow somewhere, then you could also add more blue to your green and you can make it a blue green. Now I added quite a bit of blue there, so that's very blue green. So I might want to go back in my yellow and even it out, but I can pretend that there's a shadow there. Please try to move your paint around enough that you have a thin layer where you can still see your texture lines for your grass. If you're having trouble staying out of the fox shapes, I have a teeny tiny itsy bitsy detail brush for you, and you would just very gently go around the edge. All right, have fun.